Hello once again and welcome back to Prestige Auctions from Grimsby. Okay, Prestige Auctions is a small auction room in Grimsby with loads of great items coming through the door. We're house clearance specialists, and each week we tend to talk about on YouTube one of the items or several of the items that come through the door. Today we're going to be looking at this great old item. Well, what can be said about this? If you're old enough to remember this stuff, you'll remember the pain. This is a toilet paper called Isle, and it was medicated toilet roll. This one's in a bit rough state. You don't see so many of them around anymore. But what was so rough about it? Well, the kids of today in schools, and if you went to a council toilet facility or whatever, they will get nice soft toilet paper, cushioned toilet paper most likely, but this stuff here was anything but that. This was what we basically used to look like grease-proof paper. It's like that, like tracing paper. I mean, this one obviously has been stored for many years. This has come out of a house clearance that we've done. But as you can see there, the tear-off sheets, this was sort of the colour of it. Yes, kids, you are looking at this. This is what we used to have to wipe our backsides on back in the day. This stuff was horrible. It's painful. It was not the nicest thing in the world, but do you know what? If you had no choice, it's what you had to use. These things were hanging on the walls of council facilities and schools especially. Schools used to have this stuff in, and it was really not very nice. You kids these days don't know you're born. You don't have to use this stuff, thankfully for you. But look, these things survive. And what's really interesting about this from an auction perspective is that these things come into places like auction rooms, from old store cupboards and things. I believe this came from an old schoolhouse which had a store cupboard. And about 40 rolls or so of this came in one box. And it was sold in the auction room. Well, we've managed to keep hold of one for you to have a look at. But what's really interesting about this is that this sold for about £15 in the auction room, and these are selling for £5 each online. Wow, you just work that out. 40 odd rolls times 5, £200, unless you eBay commission or wherever you sell it. You know, you're probably going to be walking away with about £150 for £20 invested. This is why you should go to your local auction room. House clearance auctions, great places to go. You can find fascinating things like this. Show it to your kids. Show it to your nana and granddad. They'll probably look at it and go, oh my God, do I remember that stuff? You knew about that. It was one stage on from using newspaper itself. Anyway, there you go. That's today's video. Interesting old toilet roll for you, which hopefully you'll never have to use. Don't forget, Prestige Auctions does sales every Saturday in Grimsby, around 1,000 lots every single week. And it's a great place to come, really friendly. Do us a favour, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and very soon we'll be doing a fly-on-the-wall documentary from Prestige Auctions showing you everything that goes on behind the scenes. Thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.